Welcome students. We're discussing this chapter set and we already completed up to this operation on sets and complement of set. And we are solving some problems by using these operations and its properties. So let's continue this previous class. Already in the previous class, we already solved some problems with the help of this operation and the properties of set and this algebra of sets. So let's continue this class and solve more problems with using these operations and properties and algebra of the sets. So here is the first problem. A, B, C, three sets are given, and given that A union B is A union C, and second, A intersection B is equal to A intersection C, then you need to show that B is equal to C. So let's start with this B. So B, we can write this B as B union A intersection C. Go to the previous video and go and check that we already proved this thing. That is, we can write a set like in this form. Like B, we can write B union A intersection B. If you forgot that, then go to the previous video and go and check how to prove it and how to show this one is equal to B. So if we can write this is B, so that means we can use in the place of A intersection B, we can use A intersection C. Why? Since this A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. This is given here. Now we can use this distributive law. So B union with A and then intersection B union with C. Now again look at that. B union C means B union A means A union B. They are same. So A union C intersection B union C. Why? Since A union B is given A union C. So in the place of A union B, you can write A union C. So A union C intersection B union C. Again, we can use this distributive law and we can write A intersection B union with C. Now what is A intersection B? A intersection B is A intersection C. Since it is already given that A intersection B is equal to A intersection C. Now look at that. This first line and this line, they are same type of operation. So that means we can write this value as what? C. So we prove that B is equal to C. If this two condition holds, that means B is equal to C for any three sets A, B and C. Clear? So next move to this second question, that is A union B intersection with A union B complement is given by A. So let's prove this one with the help of Venn diagram. First of all, let this is the universal set and then take the set A and the set B. Some region is common between A and B. Now what is A union B? Just shaded this portion, that is A union B. Okay. Now A union B complement. A union B complement. That means B complement with A. So mark it. B complement means this portion except B, all the portion we have to choose. This is B complement. Okay. Now you need to take union with A. That means this portion also we need to take. That is total A. Now look at that. You need to take now intersection. That means a common shaded portion. So where is the common shaded portion? If you want to mark it, now look at that. This is the common shaded portion. And what is this? This is A. So by Venn diagram, you can easily show that A union B and intersection with A union B complement is equal to A. Now let's prove it mathematically. A union B intersection with A union B complement. Okay. So this thing we can write that A union B intersection B complement, since we can use this distributive law. So B intersection B complement, that means what? Phi. So A union phi is definitely A, since we know that property, that is, if we take union of any set with phi set, we will find that set only, that is A union phi is A. So it proved it then by Venn diagram also, and by mathematically also we can prove this one. So moving to the next problem. A minus B is given by B complement minus A complement. So we know that how to prove this one. Firstly, we have to show that A minus B is a subset of B complement minus A complement, and nextly we need to show that B complement minus A complement is also a subset of A minus B. Now P is a subset of Q and Q is a subset of P, so according to that they are equal. So let's start with any element X in the set A minus B. So if X is present or X belongs to this A minus B, that means X is belongs to where? X is belongs to A and X does not belongs to B. So this thing we can write that X does not belongs to A complement and X belongs to B complement. Since it does not belongs to B, that means it belongs to B complement. Since it belongs to A, that means it does not belongs to A complement. So this thing we can also write like that. X belongs to B complement and X does not belongs to A complement. Just take this portion here and this portion here. So since it belongs to B complement and it does not belongs to A complement, so we can write that X belongs to where? B complement minus A complement. So look at that. I'm taking this X in this set A minus B and I prove that X belongs to also a B complement minus A complement. So since it belongs to B complement minus A complement, we can say that A minus B is a subset of B complement minus A complement. So in a similar manner, take another element Y in a B complement minus A complement. That means Y is present in B complement, but Y does not belong to A complement. So same process, write it down. We can write this thing as Y does not belong to B and Y does not belongs to A complement and Y belongs to B complement, and similarly we can write Y belongs to A and Y does not belongs to B. Now since Y does not belongs to B, that means what we can write? Y belongs to A minus B. Now look at that. We have taken this element Y into this set and we prove that Y also belongs to A minus B. So that means B complement minus A complement is a subset of A minus B. Since P is a subset of Q and Q is a subset of B, we can say that A minus B is B complement minus A complement. So there quite same type of proofs are there. Just you need to use these operations and properties for proving this problems. So moving to the next. Power set of A is equal to power set of B is given. You need to show that A is equal to B. Clear? So let us take this element X belongs to A. So X is the element of A. So we can write the set X, capital X, is a subset of A where X is an element of capital X. X is an element of capital X. Now X is a subset of A. That means X is the element of power set of A. Since collection of all the subset of a set is called the power set. So that means we can write this power set of A is equal to power set of B since it is given here. So now capital X belongs to this power set. That means X is a subset of B. Since X is a subset of B, we can say that this element X, small x, belongs to B. So we can prove that A is a subset of B. So in a similar manner, take Y in B. That means there exists a set capital Y such that Y is an element of this capital Y set. And since it's a subset of B, we can say that Y is belongs to, that is Y is the element of this power set, since all the collection of the subset is the element of this power set. So power set of B is equal to power set of A, since it is given. Now, since Y is belongs to the power set of A, that means Y is a subset of A, or we can say that this element Y is belongs to A. That means B is a subset of A. Since A is a subset of B also and B is a subset of A also, that means we can say that A is equal to B. So if two power sets are equal, that means we can say that A is equal to B. Okay. Now if A and B are the null set, that time also this property will hold. Okay. So moving to the next problem. For any two sets A and B, prove that power set of A union power set of B is a subset of power set of A union B, and power set of A intersection B is equal to power set of A intersection power set of B. So firstly prove this first one. So let us take any set belongs to this, that is any element in the form of set, it belongs to this power set of A union power set of B. Okay, since all the elements of the power set is a set itself, so since X is belongs to power set of A union power set of B, that means it belongs to power set of A or power set of B. Since X is belongs to power set of A or B, power set of B, that means X is a subset of A or X is a subset of B. Since they are X is a subset of A or B, that means it's a subset of A union B. So that means X is a subset of A union B, means we can write that X is an element of power set of A union B. Clear? So from here you can easily say that power set of A union power set of B is a subset of power set of A union B. Clear? So next part, the second part, the intersection part. Power set of A intersection B is equal to power set of A intersection power set of B. So for this part, you need to show, since you need to show this equal sign, that means you need to show that the LHS is a subset of RHS and RHS is a subset of LHS. So let us take this Y, set Y belongs to power set of A intersection B. That means it belongs to power set of A, that is it's a subset of A intersection B. Since it's a subset of A intersection B, that means it's a subset of A and B. Since it's a subset of A and B, we can say that it's an element of power set of A and power set of B. Since it's an element of power set of A and power set of B, we can write this as element of power set of A intersection power set of B. So, but we already proved that power set of A intersection power set of A intersection B is a subset of power set of A intersection power set of B. So in a similar manner, let us take this one, that is X is another set which is belongs to this power set of A intersection power set of B. So that means it belongs to A and it belongs to power set of A and power set of B. That means X is a subset of A and B. Since X is a subset of A and B, that means X is a subset of A intersection B, and that means X is an element of power set of A intersection B. So we prove that power set of A intersection power set of B is a subset of power set of A intersection B. Right? Since P is a subset of Q, Q is a subset of P. That means P is equal to Q. So we can write this thing as power set of A intersection B is equal to power set of A intersection power set of B. So we prove these two properties. Okay. So if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Till then, solve this type of more problems from any book, as in the R.D. Sharma or R.S. Agarwal. Choose any book and you can solve this type of problem. There are so many problems are given in this form. You just need to use these operations and these properties. Just use them and solve this one. I think you can solve it. So if any problem or any doubt is there, you're free to ask. Thank you.